That's better.
Yeah.
Right, good morning everyone. Welcome to episode 11 of Lift More, Lose More. We are back in the, I was going to call it studio then.
Familiar surroundings.
We are back in the staff room upstairs in the gym, which doesn't sound as glamorous.
We'll call it studio. We'll call it studio.
Yeah, so we're in the Lift More, Lose More studio. We're going to talk supplements today. As you can see, we've got a variety of stuff in front of us. We're going to spend the next 5-10 minutes talking you through what we've got in front of us, why we would recommend it, when we would recommend it, and why you probably don't need to waste your money on a lot of stuff. So Pete is going to start on more performance-based supplements, and then I'm going to touch a bit on a few health-related stuff. So over to you, Peter.
Thank you. Welcome back to the studio. We spoke previously about the mistakes we made when we were young and a lot younger than we are now. Dumb. A lot dumber than we are now. We're spending a lot of money on supplements. We used to waste a fortune. And one of the biggest questions people ask when they start a fitness routine or they want to build some muscle is like, what supplements do I need? The industry is very good in marketing. It advertises everywhere. Because this is where the real money is to be made. If you can make a supplement and sell it, this is where you'll make a fortune. The story I'm going to talk about today, performance-based stuff specifically around the gym. So it's got to cover the health things, vitamins, minerals and stuff. The way I had performance supplements described to me in the past was, if it really works, it's illegal. If it kind of works, you can't do it in the Olympics. And if it doesn't work, you can probably buy it off a shelf. That's a rough guide of performance supplements. We all know the world of steroids exists, illegal steroids and things like that, and they're the ones that give people the ridiculous gains, and that's what these supplements try and be. A lot of tablets, you'll see testosterone boosters, things like that in shops. They don't work. Don't waste your money on them. The stuff we'll use ourselves is proven scientifically to work. But we're talking small percentages. It's not life-changing amounts. You're not going to suddenly take a scoop of creatine and become the Incredible Hulk. It just doesn't work like that. With that in mind, the stuff I take myself, this isn't my tub, I've just pinched this out of Matt's locker. Pre-workout, this is a bit of fun. It's like having a really strong coffee before you train. I use it just to get myself in the mood to train. If I've been in the gym all day, sometimes I just need a little kickstart. It's just a load of caffeine, if I'm honest. There's not a massive effect of it. It won't make you any better at what you do. Some of them will give you more of a pump, some of them will give you more energy, depending on what mix of chemicals they've got in them. It isn't going to increase your lifts a huge amount, you're not suddenly become stronger again. But it's not the worst thing in the world to take if you want a little kick up the backside, just to switch yourself on for training. Another thing you can take for a similar effect, coffee. Sponsored by Greggs, this one. Black coffee will do a similar thing. Red Bull, Relentless, Monster, you'll see them all around, people will do it, fire them in. Bear in mind, if you are losing weight, it's extra calories, a lot of sugars and things like that, they're very sweet sort of tasting drinks, not that important. Over to my favourite of all the supplements, creatine monohydrate. It's probably the most researched performance supplement you can buy off the shelves. And it works. It is the proven ergogenic aid. It will help you build a little bit of muscle and strength. But we're talking small percentages. I like it when I'm strength training. I know you've used it in the past. It's one we go to. We'd be foolish not to. We spend a lot of time studying science and studying the evidence-based world. And the evidence-based world says creatine is one of the best supplements you can buy. It's very affordable. Don't get fooled into buying the mixed up flavoured ones with loads of added stuff. Creatine monohydrate, just a plain flavour, unflavoured, 1 kilo is about £7, I think, 7 or 8 quid. Scoops are tiny, 5 milligrams. People talk about loading phases, and in fact I don't know what it says on the back of this one. This doesn't actually mention a loading phase, but loading phase has been used in the past, and it used to be 20 milligrams a day for 4 days or for a couple of weeks. That's been proven not really that effective. It's a good way to sell extra supplements because you use a lot of it in future. Just smash 5 milligrams a day in, to your body for 30 days. You've done that loading phase basically. It is best taken with some sort of glucose, so have it with a bit of, if you're having a bit of sugar or something at some point in the day, put your creatine in there and it's absorbed a little bit better apparently. Really good aid, really cheap, and one of the only performance supplements I would recommend to anyone. Anything else on creatine?
No, well, apart from if you do buy it, remember to take it, because I've got about 2 tubs at home. I'd leave for work, forget to take it. That was making me angry, so I just stopped taking it. So yeah, if you do buy any of these supplements, just remember to take them. It always helps, really.
It becomes an expensive hobby if you just collect them and put them in the cupboard. Another supplement we see a lot of at the moment, which anyone who follows my social media will know, it's my pet hate, is branched chain amino acids, BCAAs. They're popping up absolutely everywhere. You've got drinks with them added in cans now. They're all over the place. Don't waste your money. There's very little benefit from them. From 90% of people, vegans maybe, people who are fasting maybe, they don't do anything. The amino acid makeup requires a full, essential amino acids. I don't want to go too sciencey and geeky on it. You need 9 essential amino acids basically to build your muscle. That's what you can't create yourself, you need to get from somewhere else. BCAAs are 3 of those. They produce the muscle stimulation to grow muscle, but without the rest they won't actually grow any. So you don't need it, because if you're having the rest anyway, which is from something like whey protein, you've got the full branched chain amino acids and you've got the full amino acid makeup in there to do the job. BCAAs are well packaged, they are fancy colours, fancy flavours, but they're a waste of money. There's very small exceptions. Yeah, they might taste alright, but they're not doing anything for you. You're literally spending a lot of money on what you could just do water for while you train. Performance supplement wise, that's about it. Do you want to talk protein or should I talk protein? Is it even a supplement?
Yeah, so sorry, I've got a load of bulk powder stuff here in front of me, and it's all packaged the same, so you can't really tell the difference. But anyway, this larger pack here is just whey protein. Pete mentioned BCAAs before, they are in this. And the reason BCAAs are pretty pointless, if you are getting sufficient protein in your diet, then you don't need to supplement with them. This will aid getting sufficient protein in your diet. If you are getting it through food, then you don't need it. So if you're hitting roughly 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per day per kilo of body weight, then I suggest you don't need whey protein at all. But it is there, it's very cheap. I think 2.5 kilos. I can't remember how many servings are in this, but I think that costs £30. I think it works out about 50-60p a serving. So it's just a cheap, convenient way of upping your protein intake. If you are smashing, you don't have to smash one straight after your workout. If we're going to go down that route, as long as you're having protein either side of your workout, 1 to 2 hours either side, then you're getting sufficient amount. So it's there if you need it. You can put it with your breakfast if you struggle having protein with breakfast. But apart from that, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's barely even something. It doesn't. Like these are performance supplements because I make a slight difference between performance. That's diet. That's food.
Yeah.
Basically.
So all this is a waste product of making milk, and they've added some nice flavourings to it so it tastes good. So this is chocolate caramel, I think. You can get birthday cake flavour, you can get vanilla flavour, whatever your favourite flavour is, go for it. You can get soy protein, pea protein, if you want to go down the vegan route. Don't worry about the additives in it. The doses are not going to affect your health in any way. So if you've got people scaremongering you about whey protein, don't listen to them. The health benefits far outweigh the potential negative effects. which there more or less aren't any, unless you've got kidney issues. Oh, we're going deep now.
Yeah.
Right. So while we're talking about protein, we may as well talk about, it will make your kidneys explode and you'll die. If you've got existing kidney issues, then you need to go on a lower protein diet. If you've got healthy kidneys, you don't. So that's that covered. So let's move on to some health stuff, shall I?
Let's do it.
Right. So something I probably need to touch on before we start talking about health and things like that is, if you feel you've got an issue somewhere through tiredness, aching muscles, anything, then go to the doctors and have a checkup, whether it's a blood test or whatever, and they will come back with what you may or may not be deficient in from a vitamin and mineral point of view. Today I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that have scientific proof, if you like, of having overall health benefits. So there's just two really. Them little puppies there, which are vitamin D. So vitamin D is basically produced in the skin from sunlight. So if you are English or European and you very rarely see sunlight, so you work in an office all day, then it may be beneficial to supplement with a vitamin D supplement. Health benefits, they aid immune health, so fighting disease, bone health, they can aid muscle growth. From a dosage point of view, a rough recommendation is getting out in the sunlight with no sun cream on around 3 times a day for 10 to 15 minutes. If you are able to do that, and that's on, say, the head, like bare arms and legs, if you're able to do that, especially in the summer, then you probably don't need to supplement with anything. Again, if you want to go down the route of blood tests, you can. So I've just come back off holiday, so what's the one thing you do when you're on holiday? Before you go out in the sun, you cover yourself in suntan lotion. That will prevent any kind of health benefits of being out in the sun. So it may be beneficial to just spend 10-15 minutes out in the sun, maybe when you walk for breakfast or whatever it is, and then come back, cover yourself in suntan lotion, and off you go. Now in the winter months, especially if you live in Manchester, you probably don't see the sun for about 9 months. You may not see it all summer actually. As a rough guide, anything up to around 2000 IU. So I think each one of these, so these are 5000 IU tablets. So I take, in the winter I take one every other day. I know people that take 5000 IU a day. You can. You probably don't want to. And the other one is just fish oils. So these contain omega-3 fatty acids, and the two main ones you need to think about are EPA and DHA. So, what was I going to get at? So these contain, I can't see it on here at the moment, but you want to aim for around 1 gram of combined EPA and DHA a day. Now I take 2 of them, and I think that more or less covers it. From a food point of view, it's found in oily fish. If you eat a lot of oily fish, then again, you don't need to supplement with this. So you probably want to aim for 3 to 4 servings of around 120 grams or more of oily fish. If you do that, fine. If you don't, then supplement with a fish oil supplement. The health benefits, good for fighting inflammation in the body, can aid blood pressure, increase insulin sensitivity, has some benefits on depression as well and mental health. and improving the fatty acid content of the blood. So, yeah, from a health point of view, unless your doctor's telling you otherwise, they're possibly the only two I'd really recommend. Anything you wanna?
Yeah, like as you can see, we don't massively over-recommend supplements. We do, however, if you watch previous videos, recommend eating a lot of fruit, vegetables, natural sourced food. So if you're getting all your fruit and vegetables in, you're generally hitting most of your vitamin things. Like vitamin D might be a deficiency. People say should take a multivitamin. Our first step would be to increase your fruit and veg intake. If you've done that, you're probably getting everything you need from your food. These are all tiny little things we can help you with. People waste so much money and time concentrating on what supplements they're going to take. And what I used to work with a lad, and he basically lived off supplements. Just you weigh everything out in the morning, just live off supplements, and it's doable, and you could probably make yourself, into a reasonable shape doing it. But it's not the best way. Eat real food, get loads of fruit and veg in, get your vitamins from that, and your minerals. Your protein, like we say, if you can get it from your food, great. This is basically food to me. It's not, don't see it as a supplement, it's just, like you say, milk waste product. And then if you want a little extra boost performance-wise, give yourself a kick up the ass before you train with one of these, and take a bit of this.
We're literally talking that 5% everyone worried about trying to force out that extra 5% when their 95% is a bag of shit. Their training's terrible, the structure's all over the place, missing sessions and then coming in and doing extra, the nutrition's all over the place, yet they're concerning themselves about this. I know we're probably boring you all the time about it, but get your nutrition right and get your training right, and you probably don't need to worry too much about this. Yes, they're there to help you and they have their benefits, but you don't to a degree need them. But if you do have that basic 95% right, then perfect, add it on top. But stop wasting £200 a month on it when you could be spending that money elsewhere.
Yeah, if you spend that money on food, you'll get much more out of it. Like you say, these are supplements. They're there to supplement what you do. They're not there to be built around. They're not the basis. Get everything else right, and these are the tiny, the cherry on top of the cake. They're not there for the basic stuff. Get all that right first. That'd probably be my first go-to if I was struggling to get my protein. Everything else is an optional extra. You can take as much creatine if you want, unless you're doing progressive weight training and tracking your lifts and stuff, you're not going to get any stronger just because of the creatine. Your training has to still provide the muscle stimulus. Same with pre-workout, you can get psyched up for a workout if you want, but if it's crap, then you're not getting any better. Basically, don't waste your money.
Yeah.
And we'll have a lesson in reading.
Yeah, this is going to annoy me
because we can't find it.
Well, I've got a feeling it must have been on the website.
Yeah,
so each of these capsules is basically 1 gram of fish oil, and if you look on the website when you're buying them, it will give you the EPA and DHA profile per capsule, and I'm pretty sure there's roughly about 500 in each of them, which is why I take 2, and that's really going to bug me now.
Right, so the overall message, save your money on this stuff, spend it on chicken and broccoli.
Yeah, chicken, veg, fruit, eggs,
some fish.
And train properly.
Jobs
and
are
you
good.
won't need any of this, and this video's been a waste of time.
Well, if we save you some money. So. Right?
Yeah.
Any more
cool.
questions, fire them through, and we'll speak to you all next week. Tell the other